Hi again, everybody. Kyle Kestis and Jeff Nelson. We're sitting outside the Yankees spring training complex in Tampa, Florida. It's Spring Training Daily on Yankees On Demand, presented by AT&T. Today we're going to discuss Ichiro Suzuki, a former teammate of my partner, Jeff Nelson. Now, Ichiro was acquired late in the year last season, and he was one of the guys who really swung the bat well in the postseason. What did you see from Ichiro last year, and what did you like about the way he played?
A resurrection as far as excitement getting back into Ichiro. You're out in Seattle. I remember him. I played with him his first 3 years in the major leagues when he came over from Japan in 01, 02, 03. He's exciting because he had a lot to prove as far as proving that he belongs in the American League, proving all the hype that, some Japanese players come over here and have. And he was outstanding. Won the MVP, was the Rookie of the Year in 01, helped us win 116 games. And then throughout the years in Seattle, they didn't make the playoffs. So as far as he just goes out and basically, okay, I'm going to get 200 hits every year. I'm going to steal a bunch of bases. I'm going to be a great right fielder. And if you need me in center field, I'll do the same thing. But I know we're not going to win. And that's what it was like in Seattle. Going to New York, going to a winning atmosphere again. It all, you could see the level and adrenaline kick back in. And he showed New York everything that Seattle saw in his early days. And I think you're going to see pretty much the similar thing as you saw when he came into New York. He has a winning attitude. I remember him, when we would visit as a visitor in New York, he loved it. He never got intimidated by the place. He loved the excitement. He loved the attention. And you saw that last year when he got traded over by, from Seattle to New York.
You look at his defense. Here's a guy with 10 Gold Gloves in his career, a career that started in 2001. When the Yankees first acquired him, they sent him out to left field. This year he's going to be in right field. Do you think one is more comfortable for Ichiro since he spent the majority of his career in right field?
Well, you know what? He has the ability to play everywhere. He can play center. He can play left like he did last year, the time he was in New York. Now he's going into his most comfortable spot, is right field. He was an outstanding right fielder in Seattle. You had Swisher last year. He's gone. Now you need to have another right fielder. He's got a great arm. He's got the best outfield arm of any Yankee, and he's proven that over the years in Seattle. So he's going to have a chance to show it off again in the Yankee Stadium.
Ichiro's here in spring training with his likable personality, and we had the opportunity to chat with the Yankee right fielder.
When I got traded to New York, big difference I felt was that there are a lot of years in Seattle where during the middle of the season we were out of it, and so you had to be motivated to come to the field and have personal goals and have something to motivate you as a player. And when I came to New York, all those motivations, you didn't need any personal goals. You just went out, everybody had the same goals in mind, and you just went out and played the best way you can. So that was a big difference last year that I felt in New York.
So Jeff, we've spoken a lot about the Yankees' reduction in power in their lineup, and Ichiro seems to fit that new mold pretty well. He's going to be hitting out of the second spot in the order most likely. What do you think Ichiro brings to the table out of the two-hole?
Well, he led off his whole entire career in Seattle, and he's not your typical leadoff guy as far as taking pitches. He likes to swing at everything. I mean, he's a guy you call it a good bad ball hitter. I mean, he'll hit balls that bounce, almost like Vladimir Guerrero when he was with the Angels and the Expos. He'll hit balls that are out of the strike zone. So when you're on deck, you really don't get a good read of what the pitcher has because he's just hacking. He's like a tennis player. He serves it over the infielder's head. So it's a great chance and a great opportunity for Girardi to play hit and run when Ichiro is hitting because he is a good contact hitter. He doesn't strike out a whole lot. He also can lay down a bunt and utilize his speed.
Jeff, Ichiro's a guy who came to America, came to the major leagues 12 years ago, and we've heard a lot about his personality, his pregame speech at the All-Star game, and how much fun he is to be around. What was it like to be a teammate of Ichiro's?
Well, he's got a good flair. I mean, he's got a great attitude. He loves the game. He works hard. He has a lot of pride in what he does, and also a lot of pride on portraying the game. He has an interpreter. He does speak very good English. I'm going to give it away, but he doesn't want to mess up, and just like on the field, he doesn't want to mess up.
Yankees are looking forward to what they'll get this season from Ichiro Suzuki out in right field. It's Spring Training Daily on Yankees On Demand, presented by AT&T. That's Jeff Nelson. I'm Kyle Kestis.